Hey guys, so I'm sitting here with my diploma and getting quite emotional. And I told my wife, you should throw on the camera so you can record this moment because I'm probably going to get quite emotional as I share it with you. And I hope that this is a message of hope. I hope it's a message of hope for somebody out there that feels like stuck, that feels lost, that feels like they're a failure, that's in pain. Prior to me starting my enrollment in my master's program for clinical mental health counseling, all of those emotions that I just shared is exactly where I was at inside. I was in a very serious car accident and was in so much physical pain, was in probably the worst physical shape that I had been in quite a while since breaking my arm, because I was just in so much pain that I couldn't go to the gym for an extended period of time. I was out on disability, so anybody that's been out on disability knows that that can be quite difficult for you financially as well. And PTSD from the car accident. Quite a bit was weighing heavy on my heart and on my mind. And I remember walking into my counselor's office, Billy Mercedes. Billy is, if you live in New Jersey, Billy Mercedes is an incredible therapist. I would highly recommend you reach out to him. Billy helped me so much. And, Billy believed in me. Billy gave me hope. Billy gave me a belief that healing was possible. And Billy was actually the one that had encouraged me to look into enrolling. And I think he pretty much just kind of laid all the steps for me out, where it was pretty much like he got me in the door. And so he certainly opened the door for me, but I was the one that had to ultimately walk through it. And I'm proud of myself for walking through it. And so as I reflect on this diploma that I have here, I think about how down and out I was. This was mid 2019, and this diploma now that I received in May of 2022. So really not a very big window when you think about it. That's maybe 2.5 years. And so when I reflect back on looking at this, I think about pulling myself up from rock bottom, pulling myself up from, feeling like there was not much hope left. My career was faltering because I couldn't work full time. My mind was faltering from the PTSD, and I was just so overstimulated, and I couldn't think straight, and I was having flashbacks, and even driving was challenging. And I know everybody has different versions of rock bottom, but for me, that was probably one of the most rock bottom periods of time in my life. And it also was the after from a couple other pretty serious kind of setbacks in my life. And, sometimes the breakdown can lead to a breakthrough. So I want to give you some hope right now. If you feel completely broken, if you feel like you've got nowhere else to go, guess what? Prior to me earning this diploma, I felt like I had nowhere to go. And what I realize now is that I had anywhere to go. I could choose anywhere I wanted. That could have been a path down the road of addiction and drugs, right? Or a more positive path. And for me, I chose the positive path. I don't know if I always chose that. I think many times in my life I chose the previous, but this time I decided that I was going to choose the positive path. And I chose the positive path, and now I have made it my life's mission and passion and purpose to help other people find their breakthrough when they're broken down. And so I get quite emotional as I reflect on that because, number one, I had somebody that could believe in me. So I want to encourage you, if you're feeling like you're broken down, find somebody, whether it's a family member, whether it's a friend, whether it's a counselor, whoever it is, find somebody that will believe in you. So find that person that'll believe in you, right? And know that when you're at rock bottom and nowhere to go, you have anywhere to go. Literally, any path is then open to you because all of those other paths closed. And you know what? A lot of those other paths that closed were paths that I thought I wanted. I thought I wanted to be a vice president in the fitness industry. I thought I wanted to, be the biggest and the strongest guy at the gym. And yeah, working out is important to me, but I value exercise now so much more about how it helps me mentally, and rather than just, kind of how I look physically. And so, yeah, find somebody that can believe in you. As you begin to believe in yourself, as you start to walk down that path, and I would invite and encourage you to make that path be a positive one. You don't have to know what the destination is going to look like, or you don't even have to know how you're going to get to the destination. When I enrolled in this clinical mental health program to get my master's, I had no idea. I had no idea how I was going to pay for it. I had no idea how I was going to finish it. I had no idea how I was going to balance working and completing my program. And what I call my higher power, God, right, the universe, lined that up for me more perfectly than I could have ever planned out in my entire life. So thinking positive is important, right? Positive thinking will do more than negative thinking will ever do. But there's kind of a caveat in there, and that is that we don't have to be so positive like we see the whole road mapped out, the whole trip mapped out. That's not necessary. All that's necessary is that we got somebody that believes in us, and we believe at least a little bit in ourselves, enough to get on that path. And then get on that path and take little steps. Take little steps. Little steps. Stack up some small wins. And you're going to watch them exponentially stack up on top of each other. And before you know it, you're going to end up like me on a beautiful October morning framing your degree. And by the way, for me, that was a degree. For you, it could be a goal of something else. It could be a goal of healing. It could be some other kind of financial goal, right? The goal is inconsequential, right? You could put any goal into the program of getting somebody to believe in you, believing in yourself, and work every single day on taking small or big steps towards the accomplishment of that goal. And I promise you, before you know it, your goal is going to show up. But I celebrated and I envisioned and I stayed grateful even in the most difficult of times, even when my mind said, you'll never be able to do it, which by the way is an old program, or, why bother getting started? You don't have the perfect plan. You're never going to be able to afford it, whatever the case may be, right? I said, nope, that's old programming. I'm just going to focus on staying filled with gratitude in the moment, in the step that I'm in. So I wanted to share this message with you because I know that there are so many people out there that feel broken down, feel stuck, feel hopeless. Maybe they even do feel like they've got that dream in their heart, but they feel like it's just impossible for them to make it happen. I don't know you, but I know it's possible for you. Why? Because it's possible for me. Here's the proof. I did it. It's possible. And I can promise you, if it's possible for me, it's possible for you. Because as human beings, we all inherently inside of us have the skills, the tools, the capabilities to accomplish our goals, whatever those goals may be. So I hope that this video helps you. If you're feeling broken, if you're feeling down, if you're feeling overwhelmed, if you feel discouraged because you've got that dream in your heart and you're just not sure how to make it happen, I hope that you take these action steps that I shared here, because it can happen for you. With the right mindset and the right heart set, it will happen for you. That breakdown can lead to a breakthrough. It's possible for you. And maybe the first step is just starting with believing that it's possible, and just believing in yourself enough to believe that you can do this, because you can do it. I send you all love and light. I believe in you.